There was a time, not so long ago, when I felt unlovable and unable to grow. The abuse and trauma I survived at a young age left me feeling broken and unable to turn the page. As I bounced around from home to home to home, it seemed it would never end. My comfort, my one and only friend. Food never hurt me. It never let me down. It always gave me comfort when no one was around. No matter what in the world around me would change, food was the one thing that was never strange. My body developed early, well before I was a teen, and older men started to notice. It made me want to scream. I panicked. I freaked. I didn't know how to deal. Not living at all. Had to be better than the way this feels. I swallowed pills. I closed my eyes, and I prayed that I would die. But God had bigger plans for me, and that thought still makes me cry. But the fear was still there. I still had to hide and keep what was precious locked deep inside. I worked daily to gain weight for years on end, desperately trying to hide myself from the world of men. It's time to break these chains and leave this prison I'm in, this lonely internal hole I've kept myself in. This sentence was not given to me by any other man. No, I built these walls with my own 2 hands. Listen to me now. This part is key. Happiness and self-love didn't just happen. It came from me. One day I realized that I actually had a choice. Decide to love myself and retrain my inner voice. I began to work daily and spend time on me, learning and growing into the best me I could be. I started with my body. What a mess I'd made of that. But I knew to keep the weight off, I'd have to learn to love the fat. My naked reflection always made me want to die, but I forced myself to look at it even if it made me cry. I stood there and I stared until I found something good. I felt ridiculous and silly, but I knew that I should. Every single day I searched for the good that I had, and what happened eventually is it outweighed the bad. The thoughts in my head slowly began to change, and after a lifetime of self-hate, I found this to be strange. But clarity came as my focus was shifted, and it was almost like a huge weight had been lifted. The stuff on the outside, well, that's not what matters. My insides were still good despite once being shattered. Those pieces have since been mended with gold, like the art of kintsugi, a Japanese tradition from old. Here I crouch at my starting line. Nothing in front of me, nothing but time. The path will be hard and mostly uphill. I'll fall. I'll have to exercise my will. Food temptations will come, disguised as comfort and love, but I'll face them with the strength from God above. Fat is a word. It's simply just that. It's no different than cucumber or curtain or hat. It hangs off my body, that I'll agree, but it doesn't define the woman inside of me. I found my strength and my voice is loud. I found my self-worth. Never again will my judgment cloud. Fat comes and goes for many different reasons, but here's one thing as constant as the seasons. No matter what happened to you in days of your past, you're worth putting yourself first and not always last. Take the time to discover your own self-worth because there's something only you can offer this earth. There's a reason you're here, a purpose, a gift. As you journey to find it, other hearts you'll uplift. Now here I am, after this realization, ready to take my body on a permanent vacation. Health issues, from aches and from pain, from fear and from hiding, from emotional strain. A vacation from self-sabotage and binge eating with no control, from putting myself down and bullying my soul. Inside of my body, underneath all of this fat, a self-warrior is lurking. You can be certain of that. She's been conditioning and training and growing in strength, her fight and endurance increasing in length. Now she's unleashed and racing to war. Now is the time for her to begin to soar. One day at a time, one foot in front of the other, will lead me to places I never dreamed I'd discover. This year will be incredible and full of life's wealth, because instead of hating myself to death, I'll be loving myself to health.